Greetings, dear friends. Happy Monday to you. I trust you had a lovely weekend and are all ready for this brand new week, stepping more fully into the energies of December. I trust you had a lovely weekend and are really feeling the energies. This is us with our usual Monday check-in and our inner compass forecast. How was last week for you? Last week we had that epic super full moon. And did you really allow yourself to feel into the guidance, the illumination of what it was bringing for us? It was really bringing us into an area of real reflection of how have you transformed yourself? Who have you become in this year, in 2025? This is when we start to, it's almost like a wee bit of a pressure cooker type of energy, but in a gentle type of way, where it's kind of like we are starting to wrap up the passing year. And this is such a really important time to really feel into what worked for you, what didn't work for you, what are you taking forward, what are you saying enough of that and more of this. It's about the inventory and really allowing you to drop into your heart's wisdom. So just do that for a wee moment. This is our inner compass forecast. And so it's really about ensuring that you're allowing yourself to pause often, to just reflect, to feel into how are you communicating to yourself about yourself, what intentions are you heading towards, what things are serving you, and what things are you feeling like, I thought it was going to feel this way, but it's not. The reason I'm saying that is the lunar effect that we are going to be feeling into as this week advances. It's the last quarter phase of the moon in the sign of Virgo. And while that's happening, the sun is in Sagittarius. So there might be a wee bit of a sense of push-pull, meaning that the Sagittarius energy is like the looking at the horizon. What's the most auspicious intention that I can navigate towards? Whereas Virgo is all about healing and the finer points and the things that create that big outcome. So while you may feel like, oh, let's set these big, juicy, audacious intentions for 2026. Yes, they're starting to call us. They are starting to, can you feel that? Can you feel the call of that energy in your way? But at the same time, the lunar energy and the moon energy is all about our subconscious. So it's about allowing that to guide you. And so there may be healing practices that you need to bring into being. There may be connections or relationships or conversations that you maybe have parked or put to the side, and it's time to reactivate that or reanimate that. Of course, and I've said this to you before, if you watched these with me before, if anything that I'm saying to you confuses you, discombobulates you, triggers you, and you need some more support or guidance, just put it in the comments below or message me directly. The intent of these sessions and this time that we spend together on a Monday is to really help you find your rhythm, find your best way of navigating your choices and really, truly connecting with the truth of you. Because that's what that inner compass idea is you see, we're all wired in unique, different ways. It's time to celebrate that, and rather than say, oh, that person's making decisions and doing things that way, so therefore I need to or I should. If that kind of thing happens, that's a wee bit of a nudge or a tap to your shoulder to say, yeah, but what's right for you? I can make suggestions to you and say, try this, or try this technique, try the put your hand on your heart. Try it and then make it your own. I feel like there's a really strong energy about that, about trying different things, trying them on, seeing how they make you feel about you, How does this make me feel about me? That's one of my favorite questions. How does this make me feel about me? Doing this practice, doing this breathing technique, setting intentions in this way, writing things down, things of that nature. It's all about communication. There's a strong vibe about communication, about the words that you use to yourself and about yourself. Okay, take a nice deep breath. Let's get into pulling some cards. So the first deck of cards that we use for these sessions is my letting go guidance system. Because as we really tap into and just take a wee bead for a moment, just take a wee moment and say, what serves the most highest, the most auspicious octave of my soul's expression? And as we do that, we then can get clear of, oh, that's an outdated philosophy, or that doesn't work for me anymore, or that chapter is over now. So that's why we come into these sessions with the idea of where are we going to let things go. You know, I just landed too, in order to attract more, to be more, to align with more, we need to clear the space. So what can we look at letting go of as we embody and embrace this beautiful last quarter phase of the moon in the sign of Virgo? Oh, this is a doozy. It's always a doozy. This one is depending on others for your happiness. So isn't that interesting? I was saying it's all about communication and the words. And when sometimes we look at what we think other people think about us, about how we're doing things, about what we're saying yes to, about what we're gravitating towards and away from. Sometimes, and this is a real sneaky one, this is why it's so important to ensure that you're doing things because they're right for you, not because you think, oh, that person's going to accept me or approve of me or like me or fill in the blanks. It's about you creating your happiness. That actually reminds me of that Abraham Hicks quote. And basically, I can't remember the exact quote, but basically the teachings of Abraham Hicks says that it's all about realizing your happiness is your responsibility. And so in one of the quotes, it basically says, once you really embody that and get in touch with that, now go and tell everybody, you're off the hook, because my happiness is my responsibility. Nobody else can give you happiness. Now, it is happiness encouraging, bringing more happiness about when we do connect with others, but it's a bonus. It's a cherry on the top type of thing. It's not a requirement. So just feel into that, letting go of that propensity if that comes up for you. So now we're going to have one of the tarot cards. Let's see what tarot wisdom wants to come through for us with this week's energy. Oh, this is a nice one too. It's the High Priestess. Isn't that perfect? Perfect. That's actually very in alignment with that, because that's the High Priestess is about your dreamy self, your balanced way of accessing your inner compass and listening. So this week you may start really discerning and hearing the guidance better, reading between the lines, understanding more. And that's that High Priestess energy is beaming into this vortex, that reminding you, I've said this to you before too, the answers you're looking for are looking for you. And sometimes that means we just have to take a deep breath and allow it to come in, allow that High Priestess to communicate your guidance in your dream state, or just in those little intuitive receptions, I should say. Look at my words here. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to now get 3 of the oracle cards from the Healing with the Angels. This is an older deck that I used to use for these sessions, and I kind of recently come back to it. I just follow my guidance too. So I hope it makes sense and I hope it feels right for you. OMG, these are good ones. Now I'm seeing why it's so important that we went back to these ones. The first one is surrender and release. Let go. Surrender and release. So, if you are trying to make a decision or a choice or navigate towards something or away from something, and it's feeling really bumpy or discombobulated in some way, I don't know what the answer is. Let it go. Let it go and trust. Trust yourself. Just because you're not coming with the clarity right here, right now, let it go and allow that higher self, because this is the head, heart, and higher self is what your guidance system is. And these taps on your shoulder is intended to allow you to access those aspects of you. We are all a wee bit too overconditioned in this Western world in particular to be logical, to be rational, to work things out, to really focus on the right and wrong, good and bad. It's all as it's supposed to be. Can you come into a sense of friendship? Friendship, you with you. Remember, your happiness is right here. And that actually allows you to find your people and to release and let go of anything that's not really serving you. There's a wee bit of that Virgo energy too, because that if somebody in your sphere is using certain words and yet you kind of go, it's not quite vibing. That's okay. It's not about you trying to fix or change, but come into your heart's wisdom and find your rhythm and your sense of harmony. Harmony to me in this way is that can actually really be coming from that. How does this make me feel about me? Well, I might be feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit trepidatious, and yet there's a smile on my face. There's this feels good, this feels uplifting, and even like you can see, I'm feeling that. But on the flip side, if I feel heaviness or yuck or should, those are all nudges to help you discern. And that's what I said to you about the reading between the lines. Trust you. Trust those feelings. Trust those intuitive nudges. Don't overthink things. Let that part go. Like I said, if this triggered you or you need a wee bit more guidance or support on any of these ideas as we continue with this journey of letting go of 2025, wrapping it all up, just let me know. I'm here for you. And my intention is to make this feel like the right path for you in your flavor. So, just about ready to wrap this session up and send you off into this week. I'm just going to finish us off with pulling one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth. Because really, that's what we're doing. By following our inner compass, we get to access and to really get clear and have confidence. Actually, two are wanting to come out for us. This is good. It's a beautiful. I can see why both came up. The first one is I am guided. You are guided. Tap into your guidance. So let me read this out to you. I make time to suspend logic and trust in my feelings. This helps me access the answers that dwell within my heart rather than my mind. Feelings are a part of the guidance to fill my greatest potential. Okay, I'm laughing because that's actually confirmation a lot of what I just shared with you. But then the other one that came out here too is I am loving. And so that's really a nudge to keep coming back into your heart. That's where the loving energy, everything is about love. Let me read this one out to you. I believe that no matter the issue, question, or problem, the solution is always love, and that's in capital letters. In light of this, I freely and unconditionally share my loving nature. And that's what I'm doing with you on these sessions. I wish you a superb week ahead. I'll be back again with you next week. Much love to you and thank you for watching.